It's time for Be in the Driver's Seat with Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, and mental health expert, Dr. Teresa Moore. A Saturday morning mix of cars, credit, and wellness created just for you.
Brought to you by Joe Lunghammer Chevrolet of Waterford.
Plan your next vehicle purchase or get your credit rolling in the right direction with Regina today. And now, Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, and Dr. Teresa Moore.
Good morning. You are listening to Be in the Driver's Seat. I am your host, Regina Eileen Woodard. Regina, the Queen of Car Loans. And I'm sitting next to my favorite host. My favorite host in the whole wide world is...
Good morning, everybody. It's Dr. T. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. What is going on, Dr. T?
You know what, Regina? I'm so excited. It's such a great day. And I'm glad to be sitting here. I'm excited about our topics today. So what's up? What's up with you?
What's up? You know what? I'm just ready for the beginning of the week, and just super excited about my Saturday today. I am. But today we are going to be doing what? We are going to be announcing the winner of the iPad giveaway later on in the show.
Woo woo! We're so excited about that. So we thank everyone for even subscribing to us and also entering to win the iPad. So we do have a winner today, and we're so excited to announce them.
You said them. It's only one, Doc.
Yeah,
Dr.
but I
T?
can't say him or her because then they'll know who it might be.
Oh, right. Super excited because later on in the show, we're going to have your superstar daughter, Cierra.
Yeah.
Cierra.
So, yes, I'm excited that Cierra Warren, the owner of Delicious Sweets, will be on the second part of our show, and I'm excited to hear what she has to share.
I'm super excited, too. Always good to have family in the building, yes. But today, we're going to focus on, part of the segment, we're going to focus on refinancing your auto loan. And that's important, Dr. T, because a lot of people or a lot of customers out there are in the double digits when it comes to their car loan. Mm-hmm. And they're super excited about getting the car, but they're not thinking down the road. Mm-hmm. And what I like to do is I want to get people to think down the road, think 6 months later, a year from now, put a game plan together. Just because you got your car and you're in the double digits, you paying that 12, that 15, and most definitely if you're paying 20 to 25%, you need to be thinking about refinancing your auto loan.
Wow. That's something, Regina. So you do have double digits out there, and I'm glad that you're going to share with us today. I'm excited about the tools you're going to share.
I can't hear it in your voice, though. I mean, my voice is a little hype. I can't hear it in your voice. What an energy.
It is fall. The weather's changed a little bit, but I'm still hype, okay? It's still a beautiful Saturday morning, and I'm excited to be on.
There it is.
Listen, I wish you all could be in the studio and see her. I go from her singing, being background singer, to Diana Ross, to dancing around. So it is amazing.
So listen, the reason people look to refinance, one is because they want to remove the co-borrower off the loan, or they just want to remove somebody off the loan. Mm-hmm. They want to have the auto loan themselves. Okay. Maybe they had a situation with that person, or maybe they just wanted that person on because they had to get that auto loan, right? Mm-hmm. And now they want to get that person off. So not only do you want to, refinance because you want to get out of the double digits, if you can. And when you get out the double digits, another reason why is because you want to remove a person.
That's good, Regina. So, as you're talking about the refinancing, as a mental health therapist, I think about refocusing our thoughts, right?
Right.
So what you're doing is having them to, think about where the interest rate is and how they can make it work better for them. And for me, when I talk to my clients to refocus in their thoughts, I tell them, you know what, you got to start early. You got to start early. When you wake up in the morning, you have to be prepared to start early. Start talking to yourself.
Yes.
Get yourself in a position where your day can go wonderful. For instance, command your day. You need to build yourself up. A lot of us do things differently. Some of us wake up in the morning and we pray first. Some meditate. Some go get their coffee. There's a lot of things that, steps that we take. But my thought is if you prepare early, number one, begin to start with meditation, start with prayer if that's what you do. And then not only that, build yourself up. Our voice is a weapon. So before the thoughts start coming into your head, start speaking. Today is going to be a great day. I'm going to complete tasks today. I'm going to get things done. And then if you need to take a scripture and read it, because in the morning, that's when our minds are freer from problems. So when you start early on in the morning to tell your mind, this is what we're thinking on. The Bible tells us, as a man thinketh, so is he. So if we begin to think good thoughts, then we begin to live out those good thoughts. So that's good this morning, refocusing our thoughts.
Did you guys notice that we got the 2 R's, refinance and refocusing your thoughts? Y'all see the way we put that together like that? But anyway, another thing why a person wants to refinance is they want to refinance to lower that rate. You know, rate determine payments. And yeah, just because how you start off doesn't mean that's the way that you're going to finish.
Oh, yeah.
Let me start that again. Let me say it again. Just because you start off one way don't mean you're going to finish that way.
You know what? That's good. And that's the reason why we start, refocusing your thoughts. Just because you start the day off, some things may happen in the day to try to knock you off your square, but that's when you get right back on. You say, you know what? I see what's happening here. Let me do some things. And one of the things that I tell my clients to do is to get a mason jar. And I tell them to get this mason jar, and I call it mason jar escapes, because you can put your favorite scriptures, your most important moments in there, something that'll make you smile. So when you are having a bad day, you can pull something right out of the jar, and it can change the atmosphere. It can change how you feel. So that way you can change what's going on around you.
I love that, because when you're talking about lowering your rate, you're lowering your payment. Lowering your rate is lowering your payment. And then you want to think about too is when you do that, you change your loan term. You may start off with maybe a 6-year term. Maybe you might take it down to 5 years. You know, maybe you get the interest rate lower, and maybe you are at a lower payment. You know, but maybe you might not be a lower payment. You might be around the same payment, but what you did was, listen clearly, you took that 6-year loan. Maybe you started at the dealership, right? And you took it down to 5 years. Remember this. This is key. There's no penalty for paying your car off early. So if you're getting that 6-year loan, whether it's at the dealership, at the credit union, you can always pay it off early. You can make that payment, make sure you make that monthly payment. And then when you make that extra payment, or just say you want to put another $100 towards your payment. I mean, not $100 towards your payment, just $100 towards your principal balance on your loan. You call back. You just don't make that payment online. You call your lender and you say, you know what, hey, I want to take this extra $100 or this extra $200, and I want that applied to the principal balance of my loan. And you do that, and you do that every month, you'll watch that principal balance on your loan come down.
Wow. So, Regina, as you're giving those steps, I was thinking about if we take the time to build ourselves up and to refocus our thoughts, and we do this on a daily basis, we'll realize that in a month's time, we'll think better, we'll feel better, and also because our words are weapons, we can use our weapons to build us up. So I like that, instead of beating us up. And so because most of us, we have thoughts all day long. We have over 5,000 thoughts that roll through our mind almost every day. And when we have those thoughts, what are you doing with those thoughts? You know
what people are doing them?
What?
Living them in their head.
Yeah.
They're keeping them in their head. Hopefully everybody, Dr. T, is doing their list for the week, the things they have to do. What do you have to do for the week, right?
Yeah.
That's one of the things I do. What do I have to do for the week? I know what I got to do all week, right? I have to go pay this bill, that bill, or I got to go to work, right? Or I got to enjoy my career, right? I got to do what I love best, right? But I also think about maybe I need to go over here and spend some time with a friend of mine. Maybe I need to go see a family member. Maybe I need to make a phone call.
That's good.
That's gathering your thoughts, right? But that's planning.
Yes, that's planning. Planning is also essential in this, because number one, if you don't plan to have a good day, if you don't plan to recondition your thoughts, then you're going to have all type of thoughts, and they're going to run you instead of you running them. And so I wanted to go back to something you said.
And what was that?
You just said. Y'all see she talking, right? I love it. So one of the things you said is that you have to prepare, and preparing is key. Number one, if you don't prepare for the day, then anything can happen. And so for me, my preparation starts with prayer. So prayer is the key for me. And because it's the key for me, that's what I try to share with my clients, that if you start your day praying and meditating and speaking over your life, then the day goes better.
But what do you do for the people that don't pray? I mean,
So
what do
for
you
the
do
people-
that don't pray? You're saying you start your day off and then you tell your clients to start to pray. What for the people that don't believe in God?
So
what for
for-
the people that don't pray? Talk to those people.
So for the people, everybody believes in something, right?
True.
So for whatever
We
you
hope,
believe in,
right?
they believe in something. If whether they believe in God, whether they believe in a higher power, whatever they believe in, whatever you believe in, then you have to stop. Whatever you bow to is what you believe in. So for those who may not be persons who pray, for those who may not meditate, then you have to do those things that you like, those things that are interesting to you, and the things that help you get your day going. And so, Regina, for me, that's not an option, but for those who are listening, I say to them, number one, stop being Holyfield's twin. And I say that because
hold on. Holyfield's twin.
Yeah, we
That's
beat
a new
ourselves up, right? Because we beat ourselves up. We have so many thoughts that come to our mind, and sometimes those thoughts are not accurate. So we have to ask ourselves, what's the accuracy of the things I'm thinking? Why is what I'm thinking, why am I thinking this? And the same thing like you were talking about with refinancing and stuff. When people decide that they want to get a lower rate, they decide, you know what, I'm doing this for me. They begin to think about their household, or they think about how much money they can save, things like that.
But wait a minute. So I love this topic because refinance, refocus, refinance goes hand in hand, because anything you do, you need to make sure you refocus with it. Refocus on your goal, refocus on anything that you're doing. Sometimes you may get to work and you may have this one way of doing things, right? Or you think it's gonna happen like this. But a customer come in or something happen or your boss say this and you do that, you gotta refocus. You gotta be able to turn the table and refocus at the split second of a moment. And are you able to do that?
You know what, that's good, Regina, because we have to be flexible. Oftentimes flexible means being able to adapt to change. Flexible means that even if it's not going the way you think it should go, then be able to adapt to change.
But you know what? This brings me to the fact is that if you're doing something, it's just like, let me just say this, like myself, right? I've been around for 24 years in the car business, right? But I have to recreate myself at times. I have to rebrand myself. I have to look at different things I can do, right? Or think how I can refocus things that I do for the second time. For instance, when we got together, right? God brought you to me, right? Even though you were already in my life, you've been buying cars for me. You stepped to me about a year ago now. And you're like, hey, I want to do a segment on the show, right?
Yeah.
And it didn't happen at that time, right? Because I put
right.
you in touch with my other person that I was with, right?
Yeah.
Then God brought you back, and you went in on me in a nice way. And when you did that,
I don't think I went in that hard,
yeah,
y'all.
not like that, listeners. But you had me refocus my thoughts.
Yeah.
Refocus.
Yeah.
So you got to be able to refocus anything that you do. Anything that you do, you got to be able to refocus.
Oh, you good. That's good. That's good. And not only just refocus, Regina, but don't be afraid to be stretched.
Okay, so why should I be afraid to be stretched? Why?
Because guess what? Being stretched means that you're being challenged. Challenged the way you think, and challenged the way you move, and challenged the way that you even at work. Challenged the way that you're doing things.
Yes.
Don't be afraid to be challenged. And oftentimes we're afraid to be challenged.
Well, you know what, though? If you didn't get anything from this segment, you better know, don't afraid to be challenged. Don't be afraid to refocus. Because when you, in life, you have to know that you have to rechange your thoughts, refocus, right? I had to think about it, because you got to be able to refocus.
Yeah.
And refocus on anything you do will help you take you to the next level, because things are not always going to be the same. So you got to be able to change with time. I learned that early on. Yeah. Any last thoughts real quick before we go to a break and pay some bills? We got about 30 seconds.
The only last thought that I have is, like Regina said, don't be afraid to live. And in living, that means don't be afraid to, refocus. challenge yourself to become better.
So we're going to leave on that thought. Don't be afraid to refocus and challenge your thoughts. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
All right. We'll be right back after we pay some bills. And we're going to announce the winner of the free iPad when we come back. Regina, the Queen of Carlones here with Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. If you're looking to get into a new or used vehicle with affordable rates, we've got your back. Regardless of your financial situation, I can get you financed today. My lenders are making unheard of deals where others may have roadblocks. Text or call me at 248-453-6095. That's 248-453-6095. Come ride in style with the Queen. Regina, the Queen of Carlones at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet in Waterford.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Whether you're relocating to Michigan from another state or another country, moving across town, upgrading, or downsizing, Brenda Davis from Century 21 Town and Country Real Estate is your locally known home purchase expert. Buying or selling your home is a complex process. Let Brenda simplify it every step of the way. Brenda Davis, the realtor that moves you. Call 248-909-9711 and get moving on your new home purchase or sale today. That's 248-909-9711. Call now. My name is Marilyn Walker, and I am your advocate attorney. For over 25 years, I've helped your friends and neighbors by providing solid legal advice and strategy during difficult times. My clients will tell you that I am experienced, knowledgeable, caring, and reasonable. If divorce, custody, support, or visitation are critical issues facing you, stop worrying and call me, Marilyn Walker, the advocate attorney, at 248-332-2227. Allow a skillful lawyer to advocate for you.
We are back, and you are still listening to Be in the Driver's Seat. But now what we're going to do is we're going to introduce, let's get some drum rolls. Yes, the winner of the iPad giveaway is Dr. T. Who is it? Oh, it's me. It's Regina. Yay. Oh,
it's Regina.
I can't win.
It's you. No, it's me. I won.
Okay.
I won. So listen, the winner of the free iPad giveaway goes to Miss Pam Crump. Pam Crump, you are the winner of the Be in the Driver's Seat free iPad. So please, 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 if you are listening today, or if someone's listening that know Pam Crump, have her get in touch with us. Pam, we need to talk to you so you can get this free iPad.
How are they going to get in touch with us? Are they going to email us? We got to email them anyway because we have an email address.
So Pam, we have your email address. So please, please, please check your email address within the next 24 hours and you can come and pick up your free iPad.
Now, you will be able to pick your free iPad up from Regina, the Queen of Carlones, and Dr. Teresa at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. Well, we'll schedule a time for you to meet up with us because, yes, be camera ready because we will be taking pictures.
Yes, yes.
Because we want to drive you more to our website. And so we can start posting our pictures and posting the great things that we're doing in the community and just our giving back, just giving back. That's what it's about, right?
And that's exactly what it's about. So we're excited.
What else we got going on? Talk about the things the things we're gonna be doing for November and December, well, Dr. T.
Wait a minute, Regina, you skipped over October.
Oh, okay, right. I'm sorry.
So listen,
we're in October at the end.
So listen, October 15th is considered Sweetest Day in Michigan, right? So a lot of people around the world, they don't recognize Sweetest Day, but it is Sweetest Day in Michigan. So what we want to do is give 2 movie tickets away to a lucky winner. So we want you to listen to the show. We also want you to go to our website, which there will be an entry to win. So in a day or so, we want you to look at our website at www.beinthedriverseat.com and enter to win these 2 free tickets for you to go to the movies. It will also come with popcorn and snacks. So we're excited about that. But listen.
But wait.
Yes.
So October 15th is Sweetie's Day?
Yes.
What day are we doing the drawing?
So we're doing the drawing a week before, which is going to be on the 8th, October 8th. That will be the day that the drawing will take place. And one lucky winner will walk away with 2 tickets that will come with interest into the movies, popcorn, and snacks.
So listen, your sweetie cannot be your cat, cannot be your dog, cannot be your bird, okay? Just because they're not allowed at the movies yet.
But listen,
or are they? Are the dogs
they're not
allowed?
I don't know. Maybe the service animals are.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
listen, we do want you to take a friend with you. If you're not in a relationship, please take a friend, one of your girlfriends, one of your homeboys. You have that opportunity. But we want to show you our appreciation on Sweetest Day.
Or take your son or take your daughter.
Yeah,
Just take someone. Have fun on us.
Yes, we're excited about that. But listen, Regina, outside of that, in November,
what else we got going on?
I want all listeners, I need you to pay attention to this. In November,
write the dates down. Write the dates down. Write the dates down.
Listen, from today's date all the way up into November the 12th, you have the opportunity to nominate an unsung hero. Be in the driver's seat will be highlighting unsung heroes and we're wanting you to know that we see you. Those that are behind the scene individuals that don't necessarily get the thank yous, we want you to know that we see you. So listen, this is where everybody can get involved. We want you to nominate that person and tell us why you're nominating them. So how do you do that? We need you to go to our email at beinthedriverseat@gmail.com and send your nominations. You have from today all the way up until November the 12th to send us your unsung hero nomination and why at beinthedriverseat@gmail.com. Listen, we're looking forward to your sending these. I'm telling you, there are some individuals in the community that are doing some things, and I know you see them, and we want to highlight them right on the show. So what's going to happen is after you highlight them, they're going to get a call from us and be asked to come on the show. So be sure that you not only put their name, but put their phone number too, and your name and phone number in the nominations.
Wow. It's a lot of things going on, a lot of great things going on. The last thing we want to talk about is this is huge. This is for Christmas, but we're going to start now because we want to make sure a lot of people enter. For Christmas, we're going to adopt two families. We're going to adopt. Two families in the Metro Detroit area. Metro Detroit area is Oakland County, Wayne County, Macomb. You can be up north, or even if you live out of state. You have to be in the area for us to be able to give it to you. If you have a family that actually put the drawing in, they live in another state, and we pick your name, that means you better have a representative in Michigan that can take the gifts for you. That's important. So let me just say this again, is that if you're in another state, you do qualify. Yes, you do. But you need to have someone in Michigan, someone that you're connected to, right? Because if you're in another state, somebody had to tell you about us, right? Tell you about us. So we want you to have a representative in Michigan that can accept the gifts for your family. So we're adopting two families for Christmas. Be in the driver's seat, and Joe Longhammer Chevrolet has teamed up to adopt two families. You know what? That's super exciting. I've never adopted families on a radio show.
Me neither, Regina. And guess what? We do have Delicious Sweets is also getting in on that. They said that they would, the representative said that they will give a free cake in the month of December to the person who wins also. So if you're having a birthday, if you're having a party, a baby shower.
Any cake they wanted. Let's go in a little bit detail on that one.
So it is a $65 value, and you get to pick whatever cake it is that you want out of the catalog.
So wait a minute, she got a catalog?
She does have a catalog.
Moving on up.
Okay, she does have a catalog.
Moving on up.
Yeah, so we're excited about that.
So yes, I love the fact that you can get your cake. It's a $65 value, and that's huge because everybody wants dessert. Everybody wants dessert. So not only are we adopting two families, but we're also giving away a cake on behalf of who?
Delicious Sweets Bakeshop, the owner Cierra Moore,
who we're gonna have on later on in the show.
Yes,
so I hope that you guys had your pen and paper and you talked about those dates. Now let's go over those dates again. Can you go over those dates again, Dr. T?
So October the 8th will be the drawing date for Sweetest Day. So we will be announcing on October the 8th who the lucky winner is. And for our November we are highlighting unsung heroes, and that nomination is from now all the way up until November the 12th. On November the 12th, we will take the last nomination, and on November the 19th, we will announce who that winner is.
And then for the adoptive family, you got to have all your entries in by December 10th. And we encourage you to tell your friends in other states. We encourage you to put one lady, well, it's more than one lady. A lot of people, for the iPad giveaway, they put their entry in 4 or 5 times. So you can put them in as many times as you want. But we encourage you to put it in as many times as you want. But we want over 100 to 150 people to enter on anything that we do.
Yes. So we're excited about that. So please, please, please pay attention to the dates. Make sure you're listening to Be in the Driver's Seat, and you can also catch us live. So Regina and I will be going live more often so that you can hear these dates again
on Facebook.
And we may even go live on Instagram.
Yeah, we need to, because we're looking to grow our followings on social media and also on the radio. Yes. But we're gonna turn this subject a little bit into a different segment. We're gonna talk about cars, and we're gonna talk about the mental health too. Items needed to go to a dealership. When you go to a dealership, you need to be armed and prepared. And I'm gonna name these. May elaborate on a few. But I just want to give you that list real quick, and then we can go from there. When you go to a dealership, you need to be prepared to have proof of income. Whether you have good credit or bruised credit, have proof of income. Whether it's you'll need 2 current pay stubs, not pay stub within 90 days, because they want to make sure that you still working your job. So 2 current pay stubs. You want to, or you they may ask you for your W-2s. Just be prepared for proof of income. And if you're self-employed, they may ask you for 3 months bank statements or 2-year tax returns. So just be armed and ready. Now, let me just say this. If they don't ask, don't give. But have it ready. I always say that. If they don't ask, don't give. But have it ready in your wallet, on your email, in your folder, in your purse. Just have it somewhere accessible.
I love that. I love, Regina, how you said that. They don't ask, then don't tell.
You never give anybody something they don't ask for. They ask you for it, you give it to them. They don't. That's just like you don't give out information that someone doesn't ask you for.
As a therapist, we definitely ask a lot of questions, and we do that because we need to gain a greater understanding of the person in front of us. So in terms of some tools you need for refocusing. Number one, you have to identify that you have some stressful or unpleasant thoughts that's going on. You need to identify with that.
So that means when you do that, you want them to let loose. You want them to uncover some things that's hurting them, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You definitely want them to. So you have to be honest.
Yeah.
Like you say, you have to be honest with yourself and say, you know what? I have some things that are not, I'm not thinking properly. There's some things that I'm being, they're overbearing to me. So look, I need a little help. So you have to be honest and talk to someone. You have to talk about it. And then after you talk about it and you're honest, then let's do some work. Let's refocus those thoughts. Let's talk about how we can restructure how you're thinking. And we have so many thoughts, like I said, that come in and out of our brain every day, but the accuracy of them matters. We're bombarded daily with people talking. We thinking about stuff. Some of what they're saying is persuading us. Some of the stuff we thinking is persuading us. And that's how we're moving. So we need someone to help us to even break those things down, like you're helping your clients to talk about what's going on with their interest rate. How can I get you a better rate? What can I do for you to make this transaction even better? And that's
how can I make your life easier, basically.
Absolutely. How can I make life easier for you? And that's what therapists do. We're not really there to solve problems, because we're not the fixer. God is a fixer. We're there to help you get tools for day-to-day functioning. And the same thing with you, Regina. You're there to show your clients how they can get the best for their buck.
You know what? It's all about getting the best for your buck. But, I do want to say this. It's all about what? Relationships. I always say that. It's all about relationships. And the reason it's all about relationships is because you never know when you're going to need that person. You never know. Yeah. And you just don't, you may be having a hard feeling about something, but let's talk about it, right? Yeah. How can we get through that? Yeah. Because I always say, it's always important after the sale.
It is.
Anything you do, it's always important after you do it.
And so, I'm the one that always says this, get you a dream team of accountability partners, right? I'm the one that always says that no person is an island, but you need individuals, right? That relationship piece is important because you need accountability partners or those who, even therapists that, can perceive what you can't see. They can see the blind spots and the weaknesses, the things that block your vision. They're able to see that, and they can, help you bring that out, show you where that is. And then you can change what you can't see. But if you can't see it and nobody's there to help bring it out of you, then you'll never be able to overcome that. And so my thought every day is, since you woke up, you might as well win. So get you somebody to help you win.
So the bottom line, when you wake up, you need to just make sure you do what? Wake up to
win.
Let's say it again. When you wake up every morning, thank God you woke up, but wake up to
win.
So wake up to win every morning. If you didn't get anything from these segments, our segment was refocus, refinance. Refocus, refinance, refocus. Refocus, refinance. That's together. Refocus, refinance, and wake up to what?
Win.
Yes.
We'll be right back after the station identification break.
Regina, the Queen of Carlones here with Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. If you're looking to get into a new or used vehicle with affordable rates, we've got your back. Regardless of your financial situation, I can get you financed today. My lenders are making unheard of deals where others may have roadblocks. Text or call me at 248-453-6095. That's 248-453-6095. Come ride in style with the Queen, Regina, the Queen of Carlones, at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet in Waterford.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
Do you desire to know God on a deeper level? Do you need to see signs, miracles, and wonders in your life? Do you want to grow your faith so you can overcome adversity and have a breathtaking future? Yes? Then you must attend the Glory Realm Miracle Encounter happening in Tampa, Florida, October 20th through 23rd. It will be 4 epic days of refreshing, restoration, and rejoicing. Go to www.wellofworship.com for additional details and to grab your seat today.
You are still listening to Be in the Driver's Seat. And you know what? I'm super excited about today's guest, but I'm going to let you introduce because you actually birthed this young lady, right?
Yes.
So I want you to it's your world right now, your world and her world. And I'm just a squirrel sitting back.
Listen. I'm
not.
So, everybody, I'm so excited. I get the opportunity to introduce my daughter, Cierra Warren, who is the owner of Delicious Sweets Bakeshop. She also has Krav'n cookies, so I'm excited to have her on today. Born and raised in Pontiac, Michigan, so I am shouting out my hometown today. And she is a product of Pontiac, and she's doing great things. So good morning, Cierra.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
Good morning.
I'm good. I'm so happy to be on this morning. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, it's a great Saturday morning. So listen, Cierra, we're going to get right in. So can you give the owners the listeners your name and tell them the name of your business?
So my name is Cierra Warren. I am the owner of Delicious Sweets Bakeshop, where I am the master baker and cake decorator. I also have Krav'n Cookies, which is right underneath Delicious Sweets, where we bake cookies fresh in 20 minutes or less. And I love what I do.
Wonderful. So now that you told us that you are a master baker, I'm so excited about that. She's a master baker.
Master.
Do you hear that, Regina?
What's a master?
Baker. Yeah, what's a master baker, Cierra?
Well, I believe that I'm qualified to be a master baker because I've been baking since I was 11 years old. So throughout my journey, I've learned a lot, and I've been able to help other people with tips and encouragement. And I know what I'm doing at this point. So I am a master baker.
Well, that is amazing. So y'all heard it here first. So Cierra, can you tell all the listeners that's on right now who have a desire to bake or have a desire to even get into the business as an entrepreneur, can you give some tips for the new business owners?
Well, number one, I would say you have to make sure that whatever field you're going into, that is something that you actually love, and you're not looking at it as just a way to make money. Because a lot of times you see, especially on social media, people glamorizing being a business owner, or I want to be my own boss and I don't have to listen to anybody. But I believe it's harder to wake up every day and be disciplined to get right to your work and your dream and go after it. And it's not always easy. You know, a lot of things are going to come up. Things aren't always going to go right. You may not always have all the money. You may not have all the answers. So you have to make sure that you actually love what you're doing. So when it gets hard, you can go back to where you started, why you started, and then be able to regroup and keep going. Wow. So that's number one.
Regroup and keep going, Teresa.
Listen, so we were talking about refocus and refinance, and now, Cierra, you're saying regroup. So I absolutely love that. And so with saying regroup, you said some good keys. Number one, things may not always go the way that you want them to go. And so when you're an entrepreneur, you always have to show up for yourself every day. You always have to show up for the business. So can you tell us some of the things that you've had to endure over the last 10 years of business that you've been doing Delicious Sweets?
Sure. So when I started Delicious Sweets, I started in my parents' kitchen, and I didn't really know what I was doing or that it would be as big as it is today. But I did love what I was doing. So I love to bake, and then giving the customers their products was always a really great moment for me because they would be so happy and excited. So beyond just baking and making people happy, everything didn't always go as planned. You know, I can't even remember when I got the idea to open the first location, but I had no experience in having a brick and mortar business, and I didn't even really know what it was going to take. So I just took a leap of faith and I did it. So me and my family, we all came together. We opened up this location. We got it all pretty, but when the grand opening was over, I had to be open, and I wasn't ready for that. You know, I was working a full-time job. I was really not that organized, and I had no plan at all. So doing the first location was much of a learning experience for me. I learned a whole lot. I actually closed that location after a year, and then I said I was never opening another bakery. I'm done with this. I'm no longer doing this. I can bake at home. And, you know, it was really challenging. And one day I really had to sit down with myself and be real and honest and realize all the things that I did not do right and how I wasn't as dedicated as I should have been. So thank goodness at the end of the day, I realized that even though I had to close the doors of the first location, that I still had the gift on the inside of me. So I could go and open again if I wanted to. But at that time, I said I was done. I was never doing it again. And then, you know, even though I tried to, like, be done with it, my customers, they kept on coming back. And every time I would try to let it go, people just kept on ordering. So I continued to bake and take orders on the weekends and before and after work. And before I knew it, like, the business had grown so much to where I couldn't handle my 9-to-5 job and the baking, you know, on the side. So I had to go full time. And I was scared. Like, don't get me wrong. You know, this sounds like, oh, my goodness, you had so much customers and so much business that you had to open. Well, yeah, that's what it was. I had to make the decision whether I was going to keep working my 9-to-5 and stressing myself out, you know, doing deliveries on my break, before work, after work, or if I was just going to believe in myself and go all in and let the job go so that I can focus on baking. So, you know, when I did that, I didn't have any money saved up. I mean, some people would think I'm crazy. I literally had $62 in my bank account, but God woke me up that morning and told me that he didn't give me the spirit of fear. So I went and I jumped off, and I'm so amazed at where I've come, but I've had challenges. I mean, I've had times where water got shut off at my first location.
Wait a minute. Wait. You rolling, but let me just say this. You regroup. You know what? You said you closed down, then you went to your full-time job, but what you do, you came back, you regroup. So we talked about in the beginning of the show was refocus, refinance, and we didn't even know you were going to bring up the word regroup. So we had 3 hours this whole show. Let's talk about that water being turned off. What do you think about the water being turned off?
Well, the reality of it is that she's being real transparent today.
Yeah.
A lot of business owners don't want to be transparent and don't want to talk about the hardships of business. And how, even though people see the polished, finished work, but they don't understand the blood, the sweat, and the tears that you had to go through to get here. And what I love about what Cierra said, she always gave good customer service. And that reminds me of even you, Regina. That's why customers keep coming back. They come back for the relationship. They come back for the customer service. And I know firsthand that Delicious Sweets was built on love. So when you show love to others and then you reach out and you show others that you're real, you're touchable, that you have emotions just like them, they'll keep coming back to you. So I'm thankful that I got to see Delicious Sweets be made manifest in front of my own eyes. So Cierra, my question to you is, you built Delicious Sweets on the foundation of love. Why is customer service so important to you?
Customer service is really important to me. I tell my staff all the time, if we don't have customers, we don't have a business. So
Amen.
I think all business owners need to realize that, yes, it's your business, but you need the customers to be successful in the business. So it's always important to treat your customers good. I treat my customers like family because we literally need them to do what we do. So customer service is key. It will make the difference in your business being successful. You can have a great product, but the customer service is what's going to keep the people coming. And then if the product is great, then man, it's just a win-win situation.
So what you're doing is, what you're telling people is that you got to take care of your current customers, because that's how you're going to get your future customers. You got to take care of who you have right now, because you never know who's going to refer someone to Delicious Sweets. Cookies, cake. You got to take care of it now, but you got to be thinking down the road. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely.
That's good.
So thinking down the road I believe is any key in anything that you do. We got to take it back to buying cars, having a business. Your mental. You got to think about down the road. You got to think about where you're going to be in 2 months, where you're going to be in 3 months, what's your 6 months, what's your year goal, what's your plan, right?
That's good. And you talked about a plan, Cierra. So what's the next steps for Delicious Sweets?
So right now, we are actually gearing up for our first round of fundraising with Krav'n Cookies. So Krav'n Cookies is most definitely a part of Delicious Sweets. But what we're doing is partnering with community organizations, schools, churches, and just people around the community to help teams, organizations, schools reach their financial goals through fundraising. So we are actually selling our cookie dough, and anybody can sign up as long as you have an organization, and you get to sell the cookie dough and make $6 for each tub that you sell. Wow. So that is what we're getting ready for. Our first round starts October 1st. This is the last week to sign up to be a part of that, and we are super, super excited. So now, people get to have the cookies in their home whenever they get ready, as long as they purchase a tub of cookie dough.
But you know what? So let's talk about it, because you have not. We're in Michigan, but we have listeners all around the world. So can I be in Florida? Can I be in New York? Can I be in Tennessee? Can I be in Texas? Can I be anywhere? How does this work?
So you can be anywhere in the United States and do this fundraiser. We will ship all the materials to you once you're signed up, and we will ship the dough to you as well so that you can distribute it to the people who have purchased. So it doesn't matter where you are in the United States. We can get your fundraiser started and get your materials to you.
Wow, that's good. That's good. I'm excited about that. So what about people who are not, if they don't have an organization, can they just call and get a tub of cookies shipped to them?
Yes, absolutely. We're working on our brand new website. It will be up within the next 2 weeks, so people will be able to go on there and order. But you still can call and place an order for cookie dough. we'll get your information, get your payment, and we can ship it right to your home.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm excited to get my tub. So, Cierra, outside of Krav'n Cookies, I hear that you're doing Cake and Sip. So can you tell the listeners about Cake and Sip?
But I'm not done talking about the tubs and the I'm not done with that.
Regina wants some cookies, y'all.
I am not done with
some
that.
cookies. So go ahead. Reverse.
So let's back it up, because I mean, how can we get down? I mean, I need, you know what? I need to get me a tub. Teresa, Dr. T, I need to get me a tub.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all now. I don't get no favors. I don't have
and
no
you
incentives.
She gotta make
I don't
money.
get nothing. So.
Your baby gotta make money. She gotta pay employees, right?
Listen, I used to work for Delicious Sweets. I know. I used to work for Delicious Sweets, and I was a proud employee for 6 full months. So I know what that's like.
But you know, how was that? How was it like working for your daughter?
It was amazing working for my daughter. First of all, I learned so much about her. I gave birth to her, but I learned a lot about her working for her. She has such a humble spirit, but she also is hard to work for. She hired to work for her as a mom, because I wanted to be a mom and not an employee.
So give one tip. Give one tip that you can tell someone that their parent is going to work for their son or their daughter.
Know your role. Know that if that individual is the owner, then you have to submit to the owner. You have to.
Wait a minute. You got to do what?
Submit to the owner. You are not the mom when you're at work.
Or the dad.
Or the dad. No,
or the boss.
Listen, Cierra used to work for me too, and she said that I was rough to work for. So she knows that role too. So
Cierra, what's one tip that you can give someone who actually, your mom worked for you? What's one tip that you can give someone that's bringing their parent to actually work for them?
I would say to make sure you are firm and you treat your mom, your dad, just like all the other employees. And that was a little bit difficult for me too, because at the end of the day, that is my mom. But I mean, I remember one time she was like, "See, wash those dishes before you leave," and I was like, I have to go. These are your dishes, so you have to wash the dishes." And then I had to call her Teresa at work, so that was even more. That took some adjusting and getting used to, because you still feel like, whoa, this might be a little disrespectful. So I slipped up a few times, but I would definitely say you have to be firm and treat your parents just like all the other employees, especially since you don't want the other employees to feel like it's an environment where there's favoritism or you're always going to go with whatever your parents say because it's your parents.
I love that you said that. So know your role. And let me just tell Dr. T, don't tell your daughter to go wash the dishes. You should have washed the dishes. All right, we'll be right back with Cierra. We'll finish talking, having a conversation with Cierra of Delicious Sweets.
Yes,
we'll be right.
Bakeshop.
Delicious Sweets Bakeshop. We'll be right back.
My name is Marilyn Walker, and I am your advocate attorney. For over 25 years, I've helped your friends and neighbors by providing solid legal advice and strategy during difficult times. My clients will tell you that I am experienced, knowledgeable, caring, and reasonable. If divorce, custody, support, or visitation are critical issues facing you, stop worrying and call me, Marilyn Walker, the advocate attorney, at 248-332-2227. Allow a skillful lawyer to advocate for you.
Regina, the Queen of Carlones here with Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. If you're looking to get into a new or used vehicle with affordable rates, we've got your back. Regardless of your financial situation, I can get you financed today. My lenders are making unheard of deals where others may have roadblocks. Text or call me at 248-453-6095. That's 248-453-6095. Come ride in style with the Queen. Regina, the Queen of Carlones at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet in Waterford.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
You're still listening to Be in the Driver's Seat, and we have our guest Cierra Warren on from Delicious Sweets Bakeshop. So Cierra, now that we're back, can you tell the listeners a little bit about the events you do, one of them called Cake and Sip?
Yes, so Cake and Sip, I got the idea from a TikTok video. And, I mean, it sounds crazy, but it be some good stuff on TikTok. So Cake and Sip is an event that we usually host on Friday nights. We've done one in Pontiac, but we've done about 5 in Saginaw. So it's a fun night out for anybody, really. You know, everybody is welcome. And you come. I teach you how to decorate a cake step by step. There's open bar, there's food, refreshments, and then we have a host. So the whole idea is for you to come out, have a good time, let your hair down, and enjoy. There's always a DJ. There's always dancing. And really, you can just be free and enjoy yourself, and you learn how to decorate a cake. Now, a lot of times people are drinking, so some of their cakes don't turn out so pretty. But, yeah, it's a really, really laid-back environment, and we just have a good time. So this month we have Cake and Sip Sweetest Day Edition. It is on October 15th in Saginaw, Michigan. And then at the end of the month, we're having the Halloween edition, and it's a costume party. So we're really looking forward to that. And we're also having one on October 29th in Detroit. So if any of you Detroit listeners want to come out, you can.
Wait a minute, repeat that.
Eventbrite.
Wait a minute, what's the date again for Detroit?
October 29th.
Is that 3 days before Halloween?
Yes.
What day of the week is that?
That's
is
a Friday.
Saturday.
That's a Friday. Do you have the?
Oh, it's a Saturday.
You have so you have the location and all that already? Okay, right. They're going to Eventbrite. You do, right? Eventbrite. So can you give us the location so people can put that in their, in their phones now, and then go to Eventbrite so they'll know?
Yes. So it is going to be at Sitting Pretty Event Center in Westland. You can go right on Eventbrite and type in Cake and Sip Halloween, and it will bring up the link for you to order your ticket, and it'll have the address on there for you to purchase, so you can be in the room.
Yeah, that's good. So, Cierra, for all the listeners who may not really know what Cake and Sip is, or they may not drink, is it an environment that anyone can just come into, or do you have to be a certain age?
So you absolutely have to be 21 or older to get into Cake and Sip. There is alcohol served at the event. However, if you don't drink, you're still welcome. We do have non-alcoholic beverages, and the bartender can make you something without alcohol. So, yes, all are welcome at this event, and you have to be 21, though. If you're not 21, you won't be able to come.
Wow, that's good. That's good. So you said that you got the idea off of TikTok. So now Cake and Sip, is this a event that you'll do all over the Detroit metro area as well, or is it just limited to just certain areas?
So really, we welcome any city, even any state. If you're out of state and you want us to come and do a Cake and Sip, we can definitely get you signed up. So what we're doing is doing Cake and Sips for office parties, for team building activities. We even have one on the calendar for churches. We have a local church in Saginaw who wants us to come and do a Cake and Sip. Of course, they won't be drinking alcohol, but
not in their church.
No, we can do the Cake and Sip for anybody, any organization who wants to invite their group of people. We bring all the materials. We do all the setup. I teach the class. You can choose to have a host or not have a host. Either way, we can definitely make it happen, and we welcome organizations and groups to sign up for Cake and Sip.
I want to talk about the one we had in Pontiac. So, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I was at the one in Pontiac, and I had a great time. I'm not a baker. I'm a what do you call it? The air fryer. I put everything in the air fryer, but Sarah told me I couldn't put a cake in the air fryer. I had to participate. So you should have seen me sitting down. I'm having a sip of water, but yeah. So anyway, me sitting down making my cake. It was a hot mess, but you know what? I learned some things, and I kind of knocked my what do you call it? I had a little accident on the floor with my stuff, right? Because I'm a little clumsy. I'm a little, klutzy, right? But Sarah helped me put everything back together, and I actually turned out to be a good cake for my first time.
Yeah, I was excited too, Regina. I was the host, so
right? You did host that, didn't you?
Trying to keep me in check.
Trying to keep me in check. Boy,
I'm telling you, Dr. T really showed up for Cake and Sip.
You supposed to show up for your baby,
but she done fired me since then, y'all. No, I'm just playing. But anyway, Cierra, so listen, Cake and Sip, anyone can sign up for it. Can you give us your information? So if someone wants to contact you to book Cake and Sip or purchase a cake, look at your catalog of what you serve, can you direct us where we should go?
Yes, so you can find more information, one, on our social media. We are Delicious Sweets Bakeshop on Instagram, on Facebook. So that's Delicious Sweets Bakeshop, all one word. And then you can also check out our website. It is www.dsibakeshop.com. Again, that's www.dsibakeshop.com. Or you can give us a call at the bakery, and we'll get you all the information you need. And that phone number is 989-790-9950. Again, it's 989-790-9950.
Now, I remember it was many years ago, let me say probably about 15 years ago, and my cousin was living with me, and my auntie, she cooked real velvet cakes, and she mailed the real velvet cake. So, I'm asking for these people that's out of town, and I'm not asking about a red velvet cake, but I'm just saying, if you're in another state and they wanted to actually have a cake already made, do people still 24-hour cakes through the mail?
Yes, absolutely. You can get a cake shipped.
I'm just asking. I don't know. I just couldn't believe the cake made it.
Yeah, so it's a very special way you have to package the cake. But yeah, you can definitely, people ship cakes all over the world. You can definitely order and then get it shipped, next day air, and it'll come to your home beautiful and taste really good.
Yeah, that's good. I'm excited. So we can get our cake shipped to us, Regina. Look at that. So, Cierra, I meant to ask you earlier, Delicious Sweets does have a mentorship program. Am I correct?
Yes, we do.
Can you talk a little bit about the mentorship program?
Sure. So we do have a mentorship program, and what happened was I would get women that would come up to the bakery, and I've had some men too, and they would say hey, Cierra, I have this daughter who loves to bake. Can you give her some tips or maybe spend some time with her? So that is how I got my first mentee. There was a lady who came, and her daughter just was very drawn to me. So I started to have her come to the bakery, and then I would work with her and give her some tips on how to bake and how to decorate. But then it kind of transferred over into just giving young ladies tips and advice on how to navigate through life and challenges that come up. And I think about when I was younger, I did have a mentor, and it was someone from a group that was at my local church. But I don't know if there's many things like that around now. So currently I have 3 young ladies that I work with. One of them, she does not work at the bakery with me. She is a 16-year-old business owner, and she owns a popcorn company. So when we get together, we go through her goals. We talk about things she want to do. I help her navigate through some of her challenges, and we just go through her plans and try to map it out so she can stay focused.
Wow.
And get things done.
That is amazing, Cierra. So listen, being in the driver's seat is so excited that you were able to come on and share with us today. We appreciate you. Can you give the listeners one last thing, your email address again and your phone number?
Yes. So my email address is info @dsibakeshop.com, and the phone number is 989-790-9950.
Thank you so much for joining us today, and we will be back, everyone. Cierra, we appreciate you, and have a good day.
Thank you.
Regina, the Queen of Carlones here with Joe Longhammer Chevrolet. If you're looking to get into a new or used vehicle with affordable rates, we've got your back. Regardless of your financial situation, I can get you financed today. My lenders are making unheard of deals where others may have roadblocks. Text or call me at 248-453-6095. That's 248-453-6095. Come ride in style with the Queen. Regina, the Queen of Carlones at Joe Longhammer Chevrolet in Waterford.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Whether you're relocating to Michigan from another state or another country, moving across town, upgrading, or downsizing, Brenda Davis from Century 21 Town and Country Real Estate is your locally known home purchase expert. Buying or selling your home is a complex process. Let Brenda simplify it every step of the way. Brenda Davis, the realtor that moves you. Call 248-909-9711 and get moving on your new home purchase or sale today. That's 248-909-9711. Call now.
You are still listening to Be in the Driver's Seat, but today was a great show because we talked about refocus, refinance, and regroup. So refocus, refinance, regroup. We had the 3 R's, and the 2 R's were planned, but the third R wasn't.
Yeah.
So every time we do our show, we like to give you, I saw a post that actually a text that you sent me that you had a post, that you got a text where it talks about how we have something for everyone in the family.
Yeah. Yeah, and so we're impacting the families, and I was so excited to see. I received that someone did a post on Facebook, and they were saying that we have something for everyone in the family.
And we do. So we want to thank you for listening to our show today, and don't forget, if you miss our show on Saturday, you can always go to our page a couple of days later and download and listen to our show. And listen, we have the podcast coming out too. Not only will you be able to listen to us on Saturday, but you can also see us later on in the year. So see us and hear us. All right, thanks for listening and have a great week.
You've been listening to Be in the Driver's Seat with Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, and mental health expert, Dr. Teresa Moore.
Brought to you by Joe Longhammer Chevrolet of Waterford.
Be in the Driver's Seat, a Saturday morning mix of cars, credit, and wellness created just for you. From Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, and Dr. Teresa Moore, thank you for listening.